Hey guys, we are live. Man, this thing is really washed out. There we go. I think we're almost there. All right. Hey Wendy. Hey John. Hey Jay Will. Hey Joanne. All right. So look, I put a post out, basically apologizing. I have no one to blame for yesterday. I laugh, but I'm upset with myself. I have no one to blame but myself for not making the live stream. I'll be honest with you, I've been trying to stay ahead of the curve and record videos as regular as I could and edit. And of course, until I can get the video, my computer fixed, I've been editing on my phone. And the video that I put out was actually an easy video, but I think what happened was I was just getting so tired that it was taking me twice the length to get it done. And I stayed up all night. I think it was like 10 o'clock when I got that video finally posted. And lay down about 11, 12, and I literally slept until 9 p.m. So it was too late. I had missed calls from them asking me, if I was still coming. I did, very rudely didn't let anybody know because I was asleep, all of that. So basically, I decided to try to stay in bed and force myself to get some sleep throughout last night so I could get up today at a decent time. And this is something I've been wanting to save for a long time. I have done this before. So I'll make that clear. I've told you all many times that the reason, there's a lot of different reasons as to why I don't stay more active in building the towers here or the setup, mainly because it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird for me to set my own playing field up and then play it, because at that point I might as well be in my grandma's basement playing, because it just doesn't make any sense. But there have been many times that I knew I could have made a cool time-lapse video of building towers, or maybe we could do like what we're doing here and being interactive. But the reason why I don't is, you all know, I have a thing called OCD, and it is all I can do when I'm building. All the quarters have to be facing up. They have to look a certain way. So it's actually really difficult for me. I joke about it, but anybody that actually, not the, I always laugh about it. There is some people say, oh, I'm a really clean freak. I have OCD. And then there's a real OCD. You have the intrusive thoughts and repetitive. And, unfortunately, I don't have the cool one. I have the other one. So that's the second reason. But I've been saving this. I could do this anytime I wanted. So what we have set up, 2 towers pre-built to help me out, and it's a very long story, but another part of the OCD amazing fun is getting started. The whole getting it started. I have a hard time because I want to put it in this spot, that spot, that spot. So they went ahead and started it, and I'm going to try to complete this. Then what I thought would be cool, our next video, we will play. Sorry, I'm trying to look for some. I'm trying to do two things at once. It's not working out too good. But the next video will be me playing it. I'll explain here in a little bit, but there is going to be a way, the next video, that it's kind of like, yeah, I helped build it, but there's still a way to win something cool. But it's not going to be a crazy video because again, I'm involved in the building of it, so it would be kind of weird for me then to go and play. But it's basically going to be one of those. These two towers were built by them. This one is going to be built by me or completed, and then when I play, we're going to see if mine can outlast their tower. So that's the concept. But I hope everyone's doing really good. And I am so sorry, guys. The biggest complaint I have with myself, and the biggest complaint I receive from so many people, is I'm just not reliable, and that's awful. And it gets to a point where there's no excuse in it. I just push myself too hard sometimes, and forget that I'm 42, not 22. But let's go ahead and get this thing started. Let me pull up Facebook. Pay for good. Yeah, that's right, John. There's been a lot of things that came up in my head that I thought would be cool, but like I said, unfortunately I just have a hard time. What's his name? Oh, I have a hard time, like with you all being here and watching it, and me doing it live. I'll be able to do it okay because I'm conscious of it. But if it was just me here trying to build something with no one watching me, I'm telling you, I've been through it a couple times. It's awful. So I will go ahead and say this. Hey, Aaron, Debbie. Hey, Carol. Hey. Amber. Well, I'll be honest with you. We're going to have plenty of time to talk. So let me, I'll start answering any questions like that when I see it. But I don't think, let me start that off with saying I've never been to Las Vegas. But I do know that I've had a lot of people that watch the channel over the years that either live in Vegas or have been there frequent. I don't think these are very popular there, except like in the Dave and Buster's and places like that. The big problem comes into with a casino. I'm sure you all that played for a while remember back when you used to carry your bucket of quarters around, and that's how you played the games. But when they stopped using quarters and then went into the cards and everything digital, the quarters come obsolete, and then it doesn't make sense to have a game like this that would require quarters. And the other idea, I think it wouldn't be a real big money maker for them, to have to monitor it, make sure somebody wasn't vandalizing it. So just here locally in the state, West Virginia and Virginia and Maryland, the queen pushers are illegal. I never really didn't know until I started this channel that there's a lot of states that they're illegal because they're considered gambling, which the irony of it is I've always just considered these as being like a kid's game, as far as the other style. But this is, it's just a private establishment. Bounced around a lot. It was at a bingo hall, and that's where it's been a lot of its time. Then they use the bingo hall for something else, and now it's here. So, but yeah, they as far as like, there's definitely a misconception that these are in casinos, and very well could be. I don't know, but I just know of none. And I say the same thing. I'm like Pete and repeat, but the first time I ever played a coin pusher that was similar to this style was on a Carnival cruise. Everybody else I was with was playing slots, and at that time I had zero interest in playing slots. I've worked EMS majority of my adult life, and I never made enough money I could afford to gamble, so it just wasn't that appealing to me. So I used to, the entire time we were on the cruise, I just sat there and put orders in and was trying to win this $100 bill. And I don't think I won the 100. I think I would end up winning like a 50. This is years ago. But like this started, I think the main concept of it was you could win drinks and stuff in the bar. And then, of course, they put 20s and stuff like that back when it was in that environment. And then it came a membership only, which is pretty common for around here places. And people got together and everybody would pitch in like a progressive different amounts, $50 a piece or whatever. And then everybody got the same amount of quarters, the same amount of chances to see if they could win more of their money back. So I used to play the truck stop coin pusher, Flying J's, which I still do. And then after it was starting to gain momentum, and now become like a coin pusher only channel, I found out about this, and they let me come there. Well, no one really had any interest at that time except one person, which was Jeff, and you don't remember, but to record and play this live together, they didn't want to be on film, so I kind of had to work it out with them that it went through the business itself. I hope y'all can see that okay. I was trying to get a good angle, but oh, Tessa, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear that. Phillips to build the ISS. Hey, Heather. Hey, Mike. Stack them up and knock them down. Yeah, so basically, that's sorry. I'm trying my best to. It's hard for me to read comments and do this at the same time, but I'm trying. Don't jump off there. All right, here we go. See, this is the point where I'm starting to drive myself crazy. Things are not staying symmetrical. Or I couldn't do it. I just couldn't. I think it's funny when person who builds it now enjoys building these, say it's relaxing. I don't get that sensation at all right now. Relaxed is probably the least in my vocabulary. I'm not a big fan of. I'm going to attempt, which I should have no problem, but I'm going to attempt to build it the same height. We've done this one other time. I can't remember when it was or what video, but there was another time that we came in here and built one of these live. I think it might be for TikTok. So one of the things that I come to the realization about when other channels started after this and they, had some pretty outlandish claims. I remember I took it personal because I knew what would happen. I knew it was all going to, everybody that does this is going to get bunched into one group. These are all guys, ladies, whatever, that are bought their own coin pusher and playing in their living room and coming up with these stories. And I knew that's what was going to happen after it just started getting crazier and crazier with the stories. But I started to appreciate something about those channels was some of them were very creative on the stuff that they would build. And I was thinking, man, I guess no one's out anything. It's not like channels were asking you to send them money so they could play. And they were building these cool looking Lego-like structures. So I started thinking of a little bit different. Then honestly started to kind of like, hey man, I kind of respect, the old saying, don't hate the player, hate the game. It's like, geez, they have no money involved and they're doing fantastic with views. And they can say whatever. They could literally say, today I'm playing to win a yacht. Especially when I look back on the amount of pressure that I've had over the years of getting myself in so far of a debt to try to keep videos coming out regular. But some of y'all may remember I bought a coin pusher. I put it in my garage. And the first video I did on my own coin pusher was my most disliked video I've ever done. So I quickly realized that wasn't going to work because I was honest. And I said, hey, I'm at my house. I'm in my garage. And I think, there's a lot of schools fault with what happened there, but it didn't work. So it collected dust. I think when Wendy, when you came down, you said the coin pusher is still in my garage, wasn't it? I think so. Just sitting there getting cobwebs on it. It was like one of those things, like even Bray. I thought Bray would like to play it, and I guess when you're actually not winning anything, and it's just, I don't think it takes excitement. Hey, Brian, when did you send me that? Mike, you know what? That's very, very true. And I really had a hard time at first understanding that. Like I said, I kept my brain went straight to, my gosh, um, no one's gonna believe any of this. And believe me, after that point, my comment section to this day, Facebook to this day, is loaded. And it's so funny, it's still the same thing. He's playing in his mom's basement. That is the funny. It really wants me to ignite the whole T-shirt thing again. Coming to you live from mom's basement or Nana's basement. We talked about that for a long time, but kind of got off of it. But anyways, after those videos started coming out, I don't think I sound like any of them. I really don't. But for some reason, that one channel, people say that we sound the same, similar, and they just kind of mix us together. I don't see it. But, maybe I do. I don't know. But he was just saying imitation, how it's from the flattery, and that's where I should have went. That's pretty neat. That not that I invented this, but I was able to monetize a channel of just playing coin pushers. So it's like anything. Somebody sees something that works, they're going to dive in. And can you blame them? I've watched a lot, like me and Glenda watched that TV show Big Brother, and I was kind of like really late to the game with Big Brother, but I just watched a little, not a documentary, but something like that on YouTube, and they were talking about how some of it, even though it's reality TV, how the producers persuade. Basically, they were saying because they have the cameras on them 24/7, they would do base studies about the certain people, certain characters in the show that people liked and didn't like. And if they would catch wind of someone that everyone liked was going to get voted out, then they would purposely do like a give them that person a win, a random win that got them out, without anyone knowing that they would, they could whatever keep themselves off the chopping block. So it's just like everything is staged. Everything is got some sort of staging. You don't know what reality is or what isn't reality. See, now that I'm getting like a little bit of a groove going, one thing that's driving me nuts is see how mine is like going uneven, and it seems to me like this one it's even. I don't know how they do that. Where all that's it's going in rows. I don't understand how you do that. I wonder what I'm doing wrong. It's kind of mine's ugly. I got the ugly tower. There's a it's not a channel per se. It's one of those kind of, so, well, I mean, it is a channel, but there's only like 3 videos on the channel. But it was a guy that made coin art out of quarters. Like he would go on his table and create these, just like the Roman Colosseum and bridges and all this stuff. And I can remember when I was really getting into this and was trying to learn how I could, still thinking at that time I was going to buy my own and that was going to work good and I didn't have to invest any money. But anyways, I studied that video, and it's I don't know. It takes something that I don't have. I'm sure. I don't like those ugly borders. I'm sure, like it's probably like a staggering. You know, you start here and then go around, then go over a little bit, and just keep doing that. But it seems like that would just take a lot more time. I tell you what, this will put me to sleep doing this too long. So I'm not exactly sure how I can make my tower stronger than their tower. Actually, it looks like I'm doing just the opposite and making mine not even. I have no idea like what the whole. I know what the concept of the game will be, but I'm not sure like what's the wager or anything. But I think it's cool just anytime we just play anything that has these towers and stuff built in and see how long they can last for. Especially on the bonus hole in this one, because this one actually, for the player, it plays the best out of all the others. I'm gonna catch up the comments here in a second, guys. I kind of kicked myself in the butt, but it would have been cool to keep track of how many quarters it takes to build this. I didn't. It never even crossed my mind till just now, but I've often wondered about how many quarters that it takes. I mean, the only thing you would have to do, I guess, is count how many are in a circle and count down. But it just seems like a lot of work. So today is the ending of January. I welcome February. And oh, that was really bad. Exciting, hopefully, for some undoing of some bad decisions that I've made, channel related. So I'm eagerly waiting to see if everything goes as it's planned to. I hope they gave me enough quarters here. Doesn't always seem like it. All right. I hope I have enough quarters to build it as they got it. This may be like watching ice melt. I apologize if this is boring to you. It's just something that I never get to do, and hardly get to see. Oh no! Oh, no. Sorry, guys. Braden's calling me. Let me see if I can send a. Wow, that dropped a lot of pyramids. So oh. All right, give me. Hey, Bubby, I'm streaming right now. Is there any way I can call you right back in a few minutes, like 15 minutes?
What's going on?
I'm live streaming right now. I'm up here.
10:15. I get it here.
All right, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna deal with it.
All right, we're just trying to think. Just well, it's 9:09. Can just give me like 9:20, and I'll tell them I'm gonna take a break and come back, or 9:15 or something like that. All right, buddy. I love you. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Love you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry about that. Braden called me. That's the only unfortunate thing about using my phone to stream is if somebody calls me, I lose. Except on YouTube, I'm using the webcam. Yeah, the irony. So I slept all that time. Now, last night when I laid back down, my body really wouldn't let me go to full rest sleep. But like I said, I had to get off that schedule super quick. I can't do the sleeping all day thing. But I got tired super early today. You would think with all that amount of rest that my body would, like a good recharge. But did just the opposite. All right, so unfortunately, Facebook. Sandy, 25-month subscriber. Thank you so much. I just seen that. Yeah. Mike said my tire's leaning. Yeah, oh man, good catch, Mike. Let me. I told you I'm not good at this. Oh, jeez. I'm messing this thing all up. Hey, Misty. Hey, Mark, what's that? That's what this. Oh, no, I'm not ignoring. I'm sorry. Well, Mark was telling me, too. I had Mike and Mark telling me that the tower's starting to lean. Good catch, guys. I'm sorry about that. I caught it now. So what I'm going to do, this little man is with his mom. And I told him I would call him back in a couple of minutes. And again, I'm using my phone to stream on Facebook. But I thought it would be cool to come on here and just do a little bit. I mean, you don't have to stay for the... I'm not going to make this an overly long video when I know there's probably not a lot of interest in it. But I just thought it would be... I had to do something because I didn't get to stream last night. And this would be a day that I would be up here recording for a regular video. So I thought I'd kind of try to kill two birds with one stone. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I mean, to me, it'd be cool. Mike said something about a pyramid. That would be neat to see them do. Which, I think about it. I think they did a pyramid build one time. It was huge. I think so. And what makes that stand out in my head, I think it was a very, very cool looking when it fell down, how it like imploded from the middle. That's why I said I really would love to get a coin pusher again and have it for personal, to fill in gaps or times that I, can't make it up here. We could come up with games together or something and just, let everyone know that I am on my own coin pusher this day and I'm at my house, which it wouldn't take long. I got 3 German Shepherds. And they bark at anything. I feel like my tower's starting to lean again. It might be how I'm kind of sitting off to the side so I could have the camera position. That might be part of the reason why the tower's like doing that. I know that there's a arcade game that I see people playing. I think it's Angry Birds. And the towers build themselves. Like it looks just like this. It just keeps building up. I'd like to know how that works. Because that would be really neat to have something that just built a bunch of towers and then every video would be amazing looking, with huge towers and different structures. (1966). Even though it's the same quarters up here, subconsciously from always looking for silver quarters, 1964 and below, I found myself especially doing this. Keep checking every day. I might not even have enough quarters to get this thing. Well, I think one of the problems is my tower's thicker, which that might help me out. Hey, Eddie said, get some construction paper and make a mold. That would be, man, I would love anything like that. I guess if I could just kind of like not think about it, I guess I could see how this could get semi-relaxing. I don't know. I don't, like I said, right? It causes me anxiety, but so I think Wendy sent me a video, and I had heard it before, but the bicentennial, I think it was 1976 bicentennial quarter. There is apparently one from Denver mint that has a dual stamping, and they can be worth up to $3,000, according to what the video is saying. So that's something that I'm trying to keep an eye out for. But I'm just not. Oh, well, look, there's one right here. What is the odds of that? Yeah, 1776 to 1976. I don't know if you all can see that or not. So this one is a Philadelphia, because he said the Philadelphia doesn't have a marking, and the Denver has a marking. But in the Liberty part, there's some that have there's a certain name for it. I can't think what it's called, but double stamping for, I guess things that are rare, people collect and are willing to pay the money for it. But anyways, thank you, Wendy, for sending that to me, because I'm keeping an eye out now. But that would be nice to have a 25-cent quarter be worth $3,000. So I said something about the permanent schedule, and I'm telling you, I had something figured out, and then that happened to me yesterday. And I thought to myself, the last thing I want to do right now is tell more fibs. So what I think the fix is going to have to be is regular videos, the ones that I edit and put out. Come up with a schedule for them, because that's easier to do with the schedule. And with the live streams, we'll have to try to see how we can work it out to be, we have a pretty good idea about when I'm going live, but, there's some variance possible in time and, situations. It would be nice also. I know Discord is something that I had or someone had started for me, and I just never. It was like one more piece of social media that I had to try to remember, and I was never good with posting on there. But it would be neat to have a page that's just dedicated to schedules. I know that seems weird, but and I could just put it on my main pages, but I try not to clutter the pages up with too much stuff that's not actual content. Well, I'm starting to get close to the time I told Bray I'm calling back. So let's just do it like this. I'm going to build it to match the height, and I'm going to record tonight while I'm here. And I don't know what's going to be on the line, but the idea is hopefully my tower outlast their towers. So hopefully that'll end up being a pretty interesting video. All right, let me do one more handful, and then, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll end the live. I think you all get the idea. I'm starting to feel like I'm going faster. I'm not sure if I am or not. My towers are still ugly though. I just don't understand what they do differently. Oh, well, jeez. Old Butterfingers here. Almost dropped a bunch of quarters. All right, this should be the last row. Then we'll get off here. Also, didn't anticipate I was going to be this tired by the time I started streaming. I started getting my butt whooped. Let's finish this. I guess we'll record it. All right, guys. So this is going to end for this one. Now, I am going to be in a situation too. I don't know if I can leave mine here or if it's going to have to get pushed over. If it does get pushed over, I'm going to let them do that. I'm not willing to risk it myself. That's where it starts getting like really, you watch all this work going something, then all of a sudden they're just moving around like it's on wheels. It's pretty nerve-wracking. But this video will be out tomorrow. I can't really give a time yet because, like I said, I'm super tired. I got to play it, and then go home and edit it, but it will be out sometime tomorrow. Our next live stream, let's see, today's Wednesday, Thursday, should be Friday. Our next live stream should be Friday. Tomorrow I'll put a regular video out, and then Friday. So I'm trying. Let me make something on right here. There we go. Just, if you don't mind, bear with me a little bit longer, and I will get something grounded down with a more permanent schedule, and that way it's not you have to wait to receive a notification saying I'm live. I know that's a pain in the butt, but I definitely appreciate everything, guys. I really do, and I am so sorry about that happening. Joshua, when do I get to come home and get the OG? Still got the OG. Still, it's back in their possession now. All right, I'm gonna see Facebook. Hey, Deborah. Sandy, that's a good. Usually with the comments, if you scroll down all the way to the bottom of it, and like click off, it'll automatically upload. It's like when you pause the comment. Now, something on Facebook I did differently today that I never haven't done before is it had an option where somebody could go back in time and rewind, which this is kind of like a weird video for that to happen. But I just now noticed that is the option, so I'll start doing that on the live stream. It's kind of like what YouTube does. But I'm gonna hop off here. I got to call my little buddy before he goes to bed. You know, I talk to him every night when he's not with me. So I don't want to break the cycle with that, but I really appreciate you all. And I mainly just wanted to come on here and just tell you all I'm so sorry about last night. Woke up and had a bunch of texts, and you know, everyone's wondering what happened. And it seems like every time that I put a post out, pinning down a schedule for the live streams, something happens and it doesn't come true. And not a fan of that constantly happening to you all. But I hope you all have a wonderful night. This will be finished off. Let me know what you think. I know you didn't see them build this one, but do you think mine can outlast their tower? Like I said, I've noticed that my base looks like it's a little bit wider, and you know, obviously the more area you can cover, I'm sure the stronger it is. But this is where I'm worried with mine. I mean, I don't know if that affects the structure of it, but it just, I don't know. All right, guys, I need to get this done and go home and go to bed. But thank you all so much. Like I said, Friday we'll be live. Tomorrow this video will come out. I hope you all have a wonderful night, and hope everyone's staying warm and healthy and all that good stuff. And I will talk to you all Friday. Have a good night, guys. Thank you so much. All right, guys, my YouTube family, have a wonderful night. Thank you all so much. Thank you for being patient with me. And I'll have this video come out here tomorrow. John, I just read your I got your thank you, John. I just seen your text. You're a good man, John. I appreciate everything, truly do. You correct me a lot when I start veering off on certain paths. So, all right, guys, have a good night, and I will talk to you all here day and a half. Thanks, guys.